Snowbound Shadows, a harrowing journey in the Canadian North. In the heart of northern Canada, where the biting cold can turn a tranquil forest into an icy labyrinth, I, a 38-year-old resident, stumbled upon a harrowing tale that unfolded just over 2 years ago. Nestled in a sizable cabin among others in our quiet town, surrounded by towering pines and a shared sense of community, I often sought solace in the untouched wilderness through camping, hiking, and hunting. This particular incident occurred when I was 36, as the whispers of winter began to blanket the landscape. With a plan to embark on one last hunting expedition before the season's icy grip took hold, I bid farewell to my neighbors, the custodians of my home during my brief absence. The journey promised a day or two in the frosty woods alongside my younger brother, who lived a couple of hours north. The road, winding through the quiet town, led me further north under a gray sky threatening snow. What began as a serene drive soon morphed into a relentless snowfall, gradually accumulating on the narrow road. My trusty pickup truck, though not a behemoth of a snowplow, navigated through normal conditions without a hitch. However, the increasing snowfall and a treacherous uphill stretch proved too much. About 20 minutes away from my destination, the snow betrayed my tires, causing my truck to skid and settle into several inches of the unforgiving white blanket. Attempts to extricate myself proved futile. The tires spun in desperation against the snow. Donning a heavy jacket, I faced the frigid reality outside. The uphill road, coupled with the persistent snowfall, rendered the situation dire. A quick survey confirmed my fears. I was alone, stuck in a desolate winter wonderland. With no cell service to summon my brother's aid, I sent a futile text and contemplated my limited options. The choice between waiting for an improbable savior on the desolate road or embarking on a 2 to 3 hour trek to my brother's town hung heavily in the biting air. Fearing the encroaching night in the vast forest, I opted for the latter. Armed with my hunting rifle and a holstered pistol, I discarded unnecessary items from my bag, determined to navigate the familiar road in the fading light. The snow, not yet thick, crunched beneath my boots as I forged ahead, contemplating the absurdity and misfortune of my situation. However, the monotony of my thoughts took a dark turn as I encountered a fallen tree blocking the path. The clean cut, unmistakably purposeful, sent shivers down my spine. Anxiety gripped me as I considered the sinister possibilities: a malicious prank, an attempt at robbery, or something far more sinister. Cautiously circumventing the obstacle, my pace quickened, but I was too late. A voice, chilling and unexpected, sliced through the snowy air. "Hey, hold up there." I turned to find two hunters, their long rifles slung over their shoulders, waving me down. Questions loomed in my mind. Why were they hidden? Where were their vehicles? Suspicion gnawed at me, prompting me to ignore their calls and hasten my pace. Their shouts echoed for a minute before fading into the snowy abyss. Seeking refuge in my brother's house, we reported the fallen tree and encountered the strange hunters. An officer accompanied us the next day to retrieve my looted truck, its shattered windows a testament to the malevolence that lurked. Reflecting on the ordeal, I pieced together the sinister puzzle. Those hunters, orchestrators of the fallen tree trap, lay in wait for unsuspecting prey. My decision to traverse the snowy path on foot proved a stroke of luck, sparing me from a more terrifying encounter in the silent, chilling expanse of northern Canada. Woods of Deception, a chilling escape from a hidden danger. In the quiet haven of my rural hometown, where fragments of woodlands clung to life amidst encroaching urbanization, an unsettling tale unfolded during my upbringing. This quaint town, veiled in a cloak of familiarity, harbored pockets of woods bordered by housing complexes. A path, winding from the end of my street, weaved through these eerie trees, a shortcut I dreaded despite its inevitability. As a child, walking through those woods always sent a shiver down my spine. A weird feeling clung to the air, and my heart raced during each passage. It was a necessity, though, to reach the store or my school, forcing me to confront the unsettling trail. My older brother, aware of my fear, fueled my apprehensions by weaving tales of haunted spirits lingering within those wooded confines. In the winter, as the daylight dwindled and darkness crept in, larger kids, ominous shadows behind the trees, terrorized the younger ones for money or their belongings. As a smaller female, the woods transformed into a labyrinth of fear. However, returning as an adult last year, I believed I had outgrown the irrational dread that haunted my childhood. Winter's icy grip descended upon the town, coating it in a blanket of snow. During this visit, my mother's act of kindness unraveled a chilling encounter. She entrusted me with the task of walking our elderly neighbor's Labrador through the same woods. Armed with my DSLR camera, capturing the rare snowfall, I strolled along the familiar path. Stopping to frame a shot, a distant scream pierced the air. Brushing it off as children at play, I continued, relishing the snowy scenery. The chill eventually settled in, and as I contemplated turning back, a sudden rustling drew my attention. Someone hurried along the main path, prompting an inexplicable urge to hide. Guided by instinct, I pulled the dog and myself into the concealment of shrubs and trees. A tall man, wearing a black beanie and a brown jacket, raced past, hands clenched in fists. His frantic demeanor sent shivers down my spine. The Labrador, sensing the tension, remained remarkably calm as the man disappeared from view. Resuming our journey, the tranquility shattered with the distant hum of a helicopter. It wasn't until we emerged from the trees that I saw a police aircraft circling nearby. Unperturbed, I returned the dog to its owner, the peculiar encounter fading from immediate thought. It wasn't until the next morning, when my mother tuned into the local news, that the gravity of that winter walk unfolded. Breaking news echoed the tale of a man who had viciously attacked two women on a deserted pathway the previous night. The route outlined matched the very trail I had strolled. The suspect, a tall figure in a black cap and dark jacket, was still at large. Reality struck. The man I had encountered fleeing the scene was the assailant himself. My gut instinct, initially dismissing the ominous feeling as paranoia, had, in fact, saved me from a potentially gruesome fate. In the quietude of those woods, a sinister chapter had unfolded, and the chilling encounter lingered as a reminder of the thin line between a routine stroll and an encounter with darkness. Echoes of fear, camping under the gaze of a silent predator. In the cocoon of my childhood, the prospect of camping was a forbidden adventure, its allure shrouded in parental apprehensions. As the calendar pages turned, marking my ascent into adulthood at the age of 18, the echoes of my parents' warnings lingered. With earnest pleas and unspoken fears, they fervently discouraged me from venturing into the wild, yet the why of their apprehension remained a mystery, an enigma begging to be unraveled. It was only then, in the midst of my insistence, that they unveiled the haunting tale that cast a perpetual shadow over their camping memories. The narrative unfolded during the courtship of my parents, a time when the unspoiled beauty of the Upper Peninsula beckoned them toward the allure of adventure. In ownership of rustic cabins nestled in the remote wilderness, my mom's uncle extended an invitation that promised an escape from the mundane. However, my father, a staunch advocate for the authenticity of camping, dismissed the cabins as insufficient, advocating for a more genuine communion with nature. Armed with a tent and the bare essentials, they embarked on an odyssey that would etch itself into the fabric of their shared history. Their journey led them down a trail, meandering beside a tranquil lake, until the siren call of the untamed beckoned them to deviate from the well-trodden path. A secluded spot, where the whispers of the wilderness could caress their ears without intrusion, awaited them. The day unfolded in bliss, marked by the joyous laughter of a lakeside swim and the satisfaction of a campfire-cooked meal. Little did they know, however, that the shadows lurking in the trees would cast a pall over their idyllic escapade. As night draped its inky fingers over the forest, a disconcerting symphony began to play. Rustling leaves and muffled footsteps, large and distinctly non-human, painted an eerie soundscape outside their tent. They huddled in silence, the air thick with anticipation, as the metallic clang of a fallen cooking pot echoed through the woods, followed by the rhythmic rustling of plastic. Something massive and primal sought the remnants of their dinner, unseen but palpably present. The night took an ominous turn when heavy footsteps approached the tent, followed by low grumbles that resonated through the thin fabric. A massive creature, presumed to be the bear encountered earlier, embarked on a curious investigation. The tent quivered under the scrutiny of its probing sniffs, creating an unsettling tableau in the dark. The creature, seemingly undecided on its course of action, tested the tent's resilience. A colossal paw pressed against the flimsy plastic, a palpable tension suffusing the air. Silence clung to the scene as the creature, guided by instinct or curiosity, struck the tent with a force that threatened to shatter the illusion of safety. The plastic caved, only to resiliently regain its form as the creature recoiled, its purpose unclear. The night lingered in a state of vigil, with the unseen menace circling the campsite before vanishing into the shadows of the woods. The dawn, a harbinger of safety, witnessed their departure, a retreat from the ominous unknown. My father, recounting this chilling encounter, spoke of the thin line that separated them from the jaws of a creature driven by unknown motives. The silent dance with the bear, a manifestation of the primal fears that lurk beneath the veneer of nature's beauty, left an indelible mark on their souls. The tale, a spectral cautionary note echoing through the years, etched a permanent aversion to the untamed in my heart. The wilderness, once alluring, now harbored the shadows of an encounter that could have easily veered into the realms of primal terror, painting the narrative with strokes of fear that lingered beyond the embers of the campfire.